Good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you're watching from. Hoping you're having yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Say one cup of coffee or tea, then I'll go. You can see it's a wet morning in Atlanta, Georgia. Although the temperature right now is 46 degrees, and they say we're gonna get severe ice storm this weekend. So they said if you don't have to be outside this weekend, do not go outside because it is going to be crazy. And we all know that when it come on to winter weather in Atlanta, Georgia, a lot of us cannot drive. Although our roads are our state and city haven't prepared for the winter because we don't prepare for snow. So if we get snow, then we're gonna shut in for days. Now we all see that they have a lot of construction going on at the junction 20 East and West and 285 in DeKalb County. So every morning we have a lot of accidents. So you have to drive with caution. But yes, we see where the president of America was in Europe. Our president continued to blame Joe Biden and previous administration. It seems like he don't remember that he's the president now. So whatever the previous administration did before him, it's all through the roof and out the door. He's the president, so he need to bottle up, do what he got to do. But the president boasted he stopped 8 wars, but every minute and every chance of the day he get, he said he gonna go into war with Greenland. We all see what he did to Venezuela, and now he said they strike a deal with Greenland. So EU and him struck a deal. Now we see why he want to take over Greenland. It's not only geopolitics or political, but it's also they have rare earth mineral. Same thing that Ukraine have. They say Ukraine is the largest producer of it, and Russia want it. So what it's look like is we're trying to catch up with Russia. So Russia gonna control part of Ukraine. America said, hey, if we control Greenland, then we're gonna get million tons of the earth mineral. Hey Vernice, blessings to you and your family. So this is what they're using to gain mileage. I say, hey, we got more country, we occupy more country than others. So US is so they have the largest military in the world, and the president was boasting and bragging about it yesterday. Tell Macron that a French president that hey, your people gonna have to start to pay more for pharmaceutical drugs because you're gonna have to increase tariff. So we're gonna start from 25% tariff if we don't get Greenland. And they were laughing because they said, Mr. President, Greenland is a part of NATO, and you are, and America is a part of NATO. So why you gonna send military into Greenland to take over Greenland? So now every country all over the globe, they are not on an edge right now, on unease, because they don't know if they have something that the US president wants. Because if anything in their country that he wants, he gonna just send in the military and come and capture your president or your prime minister and take it over. We see what he did with Venezuela. And Marco Rubio and JD Vance, all of them is threatening and said, hey, you're next. Said Cuba, you're next. Greenland next. And that's what they're proud about. So right now, all the countries that don't have a nuclear weapon, they are in trouble. They are in so much danger of losing what they have. And it's troubling. As you see, the people in Greenland, they were marching in the street and protesting that Greenland is a sovereign country, a sovereign nation. But when it come on to US, because they are big bullies, they don't care if a sovereign country. They don't care who backed you. As long as you don't have nuclear weapon in your country belongs to them. They're powerful with their military. That's what they're gonna tell you. We have the capability of come for you anywhere in the world. And our president tell you that we're gonna make America great again. And as you could see, America is getting great again by deporting a lot of people out of this country, and also tell you that hey, if you're from these 78 or 75 countries, we are not accepting you for now. As of yesterday, the 21st of January. So a lot of those countries who they have relatives in America and they were filing, it didn't state that if you file before, if it's gonna pass or it's gonna continue, or new filing. It says it's suspended indefinitely. So I think as of yesterday, so if you have family member back home in like Jamaica or one of those 75 countries that your parents or grandparents or whoever from our relative is from, they stop it. Say, hey, you can't file for them anymore. Under Donald Trump 45 first administration, he said, hey, we are getting rid of siblings migration. As they say, first time you could file for a brother, a sister, a cousin, or a family member. Say, hey, you can't do that no more. It have to be your parents or your children. So he get rid of sibling migration. And come now he's 47. He said, "Hey, I'm getting rid of all migration." Yeah, so all migration he getting rid of. And now he's starting wars. He say he stopped 8 wars. Now it seems like he gonna start a war with Greenland or Cuba or one of those European countries. So to me, it's just not sitting right with a lot of people all over the world because they say they can't sleep. They don't know if they're gonna wake up to bombs. And look at it. Greenland only have what 56,000 people. So 56,000 people. That's the population of some small cities in America. It seems like it's a peaceful country. They don't worry about the outside world because when you look at all those videos, it seems like it looks same way like Alaska. I never heard any tourists say they're going to Greenland or any attraction. What's are the main attraction? I need to look it up because it seems like it's always cold, always snow there. And if it's always snow, then hey, it must always cold up there. But we are so happy. We're so happy that they struck a deal, so we don't have to go into a war with Greenland. It's not Greenland per se, because Greenland cannot withstand the force of America. It would be all those NATO allies. They would have to step in to defend Greenland. And if France and Germany and all the 8 other countries that make up NATO's, they would get involved. Then we'd have a war. But remember, if you happen to drive on the roadway today and over the weekend, please be safe. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, they said, hope you got your candles, your flashlights, and if you can have, they call it, some prepare for the winter weather. Prepare for the weather this weekend. And it's gonna be cold. So they said we're gonna have a lot of power outage because most of the threes, they're gonna come down because we're gonna have freezing rain. They say it's ice storm. So if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, please protect yourself. As they said, Sunday night into Monday, school gonna have a late start because based on how they said the forecast is, it's gonna be real bad. Come on, go. And just as President would always joke and say, it's bad, it's real bad, it's a bad person. So the weather gonna be bad this weekend if you're in Atlanta, Georgia. But thanks for watching, wherever you're watching from. Hope you and your family are safe. And Donald Trump and his administration, they struck a deal with NATO, so they won't have to send in the military. Because it don't matter what happened in America, the president is the one who have all say right now. And at first, they said, or the second time, president do whatever he wants, as head said, and JD Van and Marco Rubio said, the president can do whatever he wants because no one holding him accountable. He can mimic and act, and that's what he's doing. Wherever you're watching from, thanks for watching. Until tomorrow morning, walk good. And remember to tell somebody that you love them because you are loved by Campo underscore 1960 TV. Blessings, more love, more life, more health, more wealth, and more strength.